Hey guys, it's Key.
And Todd. And today we're going to talk about how we maintain a long distance relationship and the struggle that we went through during this process.
Yes, so I guess we can start with we did long distance for 8 months. Todd was in Georgia and I was in California, and we had met when I came to visit, as we said in our last video. And then once we decided we liked each other, we entered into a long distance relationship. Um, what do you feel like was the biggest key to keeping it afloat?
The biggest key to keeping it afloat was mainly communication.
Yeah.
Just a lot of maintaining the FaceTimes, phone calls, and text messages. Just being consistent with that. That's what mainly kept things going for us, mainly to me.
Yeah. If you're in a long distance relationship, or if you've ever been in a long distance relationship, you should know that FaceTime is probably the main key, or video chat if you don't have an iPhone. But we use FaceTime a lot.
iPhone. Tell me 20.
He said literally if I didn't have an iPhone that we wouldn't be together.
Your message came up green. It was alright, sorry, wrong number.
Whatever. Anyway, yeah, FaceTime or video chat is definitely the key to upholding or maintaining a long distance relationship. I remember I would work with my clients at home, and I would just sit like prop Todd up on the counter and like have him talk to my clients and talk to me.
They was talking to me like I knew them.
Yeah, yeah.
We were best friends. We knew each other and everything. Hey Todd, like they answered the phone and all that.
Yeah, and then when we were like alone, we would fall asleep together.
Yeah.
We would, just probably watch shows together, or he's watching something, I'm watching something. Yeah. I think communication, that's pretty obvious one is communication, but it's difficult when you can be close to your partner, trying to kind of make up that time. Mm-hmm. I remember Todd sent us Valentine's Day gifts, the girls and I remember
tutor Corey on her homework over FaceTime. She was having trouble with math. I'll help her out with math over the phone.
Yeah, and the girls really got to get to know him via FaceTime. So that was really helpful. I have been a hairstylist for the last 5 years, and I was working for myself currently, or at that time as well. So I had a lot of financial freedom and time freedom when the girls would go with their dads on a weekend of the month. And so every time they would go, I was on a plane. So
yeah, that would help that a lot too, being able to see each other at least once or twice a month.
Yeah, but it felt like forever. Yeah. Remember those times I was like, we have 6 weeks.
Days.
Counting down the days and all that stuff. So I definitely think that, and really just learning each other. Well, the communication opened the bridge for us to learn each other. I was able to notice Todd's patterns, the things that he did every day. It was kind of like, I wasn't living with you, but it was kind of like I got to see a lot of it.
I saw yours just as well, because we FaceTime every day.
All day.
When I was going to work, leaving from work, lunch times and stuff like that, she'll just FaceTime me throughout the day.
Yeah, even when he would come home from the club, he would FaceTime me on the way home. Yeah, and we had a 3-hour time difference too. So I remember getting mad at Todd for getting sleepy. After I had waited all day to talk to him, I would get mad sometimes that he would get sleepy. But I wanted to talk to him so bad. Mm-hmm. I was in love and am in love, and at that time it was all that I had, so I held on to it. But I feel like we got to know each other on an intimate level and emotionally connected because we had to talk.
Yeah.
So those are the things that definitely helped us with long distance. So visits, communication, and I guess the routine. Did you have any challenges or insecurities with us being in a long distance relationship?
Just the distance, really. That was it. Just not being able to. I just can't pull up on you or see you just today or.
Yeah, but don't you think you would have probably just pulled up?
Yeah, we have.
Dumped in and went about your business. I feel like this has made you be like, okay, I gotta really like her.
I can't just see. Hey, come, let's go to lunch right now. Oh, let's go to dinner tonight.
Don't try to act like you would have been a gentleman in the beginning. You would have been like, let me come over at nighttime. The kids sleep.
I wouldn't have did all that. No, I wouldn't have. That's the only thing. But what was yours?
I feel like my biggest challenge was I mean, we come from different coasts, so Todd going to HBCU, being in the Atlanta culture, being out, having a lot of friends, and me being the opposite, having my few friends, but not being out all the time. Like, I kind of was past that because I was a mother of two. And so my challenge was kind of getting used to him being out without me because I wanted to have fun too. So I remember like Cinco de Mayo, St. Patrick's Day, certain things, movies come out. It's like he's with his friends and I'm just like, oh, okay. You know what I mean? Like, so that was like a challenge for me. Just even getting used to like, I remember Todd like called me drunk one time, like on the way home where someone was taking him home and it was like a girl driving him home. And so I hear like the girl playing Rihanna and Todd's drunk and he's like, oh, is this Rihanna? And like, for me, I'm like, you know, who is this? You know what I mean? But really, it was just innocent. So those are things that I had to get used to because I had never been with a guy that was social, let alone someone social that I'm not with all the time, or I don't even know these friends because I'm just now getting to know you. Mm-hmm. So that was like my own insecurities, like projecting because I had been cheated on before. So I was really nervous about having my heart literally 3,000 miles away and trusting it for you to take care of it and not hurt me. So that was like my biggest challenge. Besides wanting to, I mean, who don't want their booty rubbed on? You know what I'm saying? I mean, who doesn't want to go on dates all the time and stuff like that? But Todd you did give me every Friday. So after that, I express. So I do a lot of, I feel away and I don't say anything and then I build up and then I burst. Mm-hmm. So that's like a thing that I've been working on. But back then it was like really bad. So I would just get mad and he wouldn't understand why I was upset. And so finally I was like, listen, you go out all the time. I'm fine with you going out. I'm cool with that. I could adjust to that, but I need a day. I can't be your girlfriend Monday through Thursday, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it's like, whatever. And so he was like, okay, cool. It wasn't even a big deal. He was like, okay, cool. You want Friday? Like, what day do you want? And I was like, Friday. And he's like, okay, Friday. And then Friday would come and I would fall asleep early every single Friday. But he stayed home for me. He didn't hang up and go out. He stayed home for me. Yeah. But come Saturday morning, 8 o'clock, teeth brushed, he was out the door.
It wasn't that early.
But yeah, so that was like my insecurity. You know, how did we decide on who was moving?
It just made sense to move to Atlanta. Price of living lower. Boom. Y'all have more opportunities here. More opportunities.
So Todd wants to front right now.
The place, what is it? You said it made more sense to move here.
What do you always say? That I didn't let you what?
You didn't let me come visit.
Okay, so what a lot of people don't
in LA. Mm-hmm.
What a lot of people don't know is that Todd never visited LA, not one time. I did not allow him to come visit because I just didn't want to mix my old energy with my new energy. I wanted to change, and I felt like it was more of an escape for me to come here because of, you know, his social life that I was starting to get used to and making friends with his friends and seeing like the space, you know, and like even some of the Airbnbs we would stay in would be like really nice. Yeah. And it was just like, not to say like my city is trash because it isn't, but it's just a different vibe. And so I worked so much. Like
less for your money.
Yeah, but I worked like 6 and 7 days a week. I worked so much to where like by the time I got here, it was like a vacation for me. Yeah. And so spending so much time here, seeing Black people who, you rubbing my back? That's so sweet. Yeah. Seeing Black people that, you know, were really not struggling and coming from, you know, a good foundation, it was appealing to me, and I wanted my kids to, you know, grow up in that type of environment. I come from a long line of single women, and while I do love the women in my family, I just wanted something different for my children, and this was an opportunity. So even though it was harder, I feel like for me, because I had 2 children and then, you know, leaving everyone that I knew, it was an easier decision. It made the most sense as far as I had to think about the future because I did see Todd in my future.
Yes, it made the most sense to move here.
Financially,
financially in more space because we was always talking about a 3rd child coming. So
yeah, I mean, we talked about, remember when I had the baby doll?
Yes.
And it was a boy, but it was like a Cabbage Patch doll. And I named him Nas.
Yeah.
And then we would take, like, that was our son. Like, we would do, like, some corny shit.
Then we got Sage.
Then, yeah, Sage came when I got here, like, almost immediately when I got here. I got pregnant. But, yeah, like, we had the baby doll. I remember when Todd and I got in our first fight, our first, like, argument. I mean, I would always be mad at him for something. Yeah. But then remember when it was one time when long distance. So basically, like I'm spicy, like I'm an Aries. I kind of got an attitude way about me, and so Todd is very like mellow. So one time, like I got mad at him. I don't even remember what it was, but I was like, I'm gonna call you back, and he was like, okay, bye, and he hung up, and he didn't call me back, and I was so sad. I was like, oh my god, we broke up. I was cleaning my house, like I didn't know what to do. And so that was the first time I was like, okay, he got a little backbone. Let me not push him to the edge, okay? Mm-hmm. But yeah, honestly, I feel like long distance was some of the best moments of our lives because it was, they always say like climbing to the top or climbing to your goal is like the best time that you have. Yeah. Because once you get to a certain point, like when we moved in together, now, okay, it's real life. What's next? Like, okay, we're here. But that momentum and that building up into the point where we moved in together was probably like the best times. I had the most butterflies, not to say you don't give me butterflies now, babe, but I had the most butterflies. I was the most excited. I always had something to look forward to. My heart would flutter. Like it was everything. And I still reminisce when I always talk about even before we went to therapy, I'm like, remember how it used to be? And you're like, okay, but we're here now, So I don't know. I'm glad that that's a part of our story because it's like I said, it was like one of the best moments thus far. I mean, we've had really great moments after that, but like that dating phase, that honeymoon phase, like nothing beats that phase.
Yeah, that's everybody's favorite phase.
Yeah, because after that, you're trying to get back to that. So you're trying to get back to that honeymoon feeling consistently, being engaged or being married. So that was like the best time. And I'm glad that we did long distance because I really feel like we wouldn't be here if it wasn't long distance. I mean, I felt like we built an emotional connection, and I don't know if you were necessarily used to that, but we built something outside of being physical. And so even though we were physical, I mean, it had to be more than that to keep it going. Yeah. And so by the time, I mean, it really set the stage for us to really fall in love and be like, okay, let's make this decision to be together and move forward. Yeah. So what do you think?
I feel the same way. That's what helped us stay together, man. The communication, get to know each other on that type of level. That's all we had was to talk to each other and get to know each other. We didn't have physical touch and everything.
So yeah, that is how we survived a long distance relationship. Again, we did it for 8 months, and now we're working on our 3rd year being together. Yeah. We just wanted to kind of lay out this storyline of our relationship so you can kind of see where we are, because I wanted to dive straight into like talking about therapy and goals and other things and being a blended family, but I really felt like setting the stage would really build into exactly where we are versus just hopping into that and our experiences and etc. So we have a lot more coming. We are appreciative of the new subscribers. Thank you for tuning in. Definitely, if you have any questions or feedback, you can contact us on Instagram. You can leave it in the comments. We love feedback. And make sure you like and subscribe. Yep,
feedback, questions, whatever you want to ask, go ahead.
Yeah, we're really open, honestly. Mm-hmm. We're being open and as transparent as possible. So again, thank you for tuning in, and we'll catch you on the next video.